James Castle was entirely self-taught and worked with a broad range of materials and subject matter, making it difficult to align him with any single art movement. Castle's artwork is often grouped into 5 categories: soot and spit, color works, books, text works, and constructions. Many of his works span more than one of these categories and introduce elements that are difficult to categorize at all. Castle is most well known for his soot and spit drawings. He was incredibly adept in this technique, mixing different amounts of soot and his own saliva. He could create a wide variety of effects. As well as developing incredible mastery over his materials, he also taught himself advanced techniques such as linear perspective. To create his color works, Castle almost always worked on food packaging. He would wet this type of substrate and rough up its waxy surface with a stick or razor to create a textured and permeable surface. His pigments were created using a wide range of traditional and non-traditional materials. Castle's small, handmade books often feature cigarette packaging as the covers and found paper for interior pages. He would stitch his books together with twine or string. He was likely exposed to bookmaking during his time at the School for the Deaf and Blind, where limited supplies required teachers and students to make their own books. Although he never learned to read, Castle was clearly fascinated with how written language functioned. Castle's text works represent letter symbols in a variety of complex ways, which seems to evidence an understanding far greater than often assumed. Castle's constructed works can be described as three-dimensional paper sculptures. He would layer paper, cardboard, and other commonplace materials to create recognizable figures, objects, and animals with colorful details and stitching. One common misconception is that Castle's more realistic drawings were created later in his life, indicating more mature skill. However, it seems that Castle's artistic development happened across his practice, from the material he used to the concepts he explored. He was a prolific artist, and what you see today in the gallery is just a small segment of the work he created. His family was very supportive of his creative practices, and James spent the bulk of each day creating new artwork. It was a family member, Castle's nephew, Bob Beach, who was responsible for bringing his work to the broader attention of the art world. In 1950, Bob was attending an art school in Oregon. He shared a few pieces of Castle's work with his professors and his friends, who immediately recognized the skill and beauty evident in James Castle's artwork. Over the following 2 decades, Castle's work was shown in exhibitions around the Pacific Northwest. His art left a powerful impression, inspiring several solo exhibitions, including 2 at the Boise Art Museum. Public interest in his art has grown exponentially in the last 25 years. His work is now represented in the collections of the Smithsonian, the Philadelphia Museum of Art, and several other major institutions and galleries as far as Spain and Japan. We will now move into the back bedroom to explore the materials that informed Castle's life and artwork.